stick to the ones that possibly will be a little exclusive and perhaps come from my history of having been a banker and then subsequently also having moved on to the information services space. So back to sort of restating the question that Mr. Rao started with, do we need PSL? I think we've spoken all through the panel, and just for the purpose of making my position clear on that as well, I think I totally agree with what every panelist has said till now, which is that till we get to the point where we have a sufficient number of people covered with the right set of financial products, starting from basic banking, moving all the way to payment products, all the way to credit. I think the question of doing away with priority sector lending norms doesn't seem to be the right question to ask. So the question really transforms itself into what is the right way of doing priority sector lending, and perhaps finding models similar to what successful banks like Canara Bank have found, which can actually let people get to these targets and ensure at the same time that you're able to do this whole business profitably. So part of the answer could actually be in terms of the right set of people coming into the intermediation, non-banks, regional rural banks, perhaps BCs and so on and so forth. Outside of this, if I take a step back and if I look at actually the whole context of the problem, the issue really is that we have to reach out to a certain audience. I mean, let's look at the numbers. 120 million credit active customers estimated in India against a population of something like about 1.3 billion. So we're talking about less than 10% credit penetration in this country. Most developing countries as well seem to have a number that's way in excess of this. So the issue really is, how do we actually get to address a larger population or cover a larger number of people that we can get credit to? And maybe what we need to do is to step back and ask this question of ourselves on what is preventing this market from growing. I'd say, in a word, finding the right models. So perhaps a few banks have found the right kind of models, of ensuring that there's profitable lending that they can do into the sector. But most banks, most entities are grappling with finding the right model to take to this marketplace. And what is it that will constitute the right model? The right model will constitute something that will bring sustainability, which means fundamentally it will have to be profitable. It will have to be at a rate that is not excessive, so that the person who's at the tail end of this whole system, who's actually getting the money, is not getting it at a rate that seems usurious. Right? So to restate the problem, if we end up creating a system that can actually lend money at a reasonable rate, we seem to have solved the problem of the fundamental question of how do we go about growing the market, ensuring that we are reaching out to a larger audience, this whole PSL question. And how have other countries done it? And how have, for example, even now, if we have to increase the access to credit, one of the clear problems that we have to solve for is the fact that we have to reduce this people-intensive model into something that will take the expertise of these people but reach it to a larger audience. So how have other countries done it? Through use of perhaps automation software, through use of the the telecom network or the kind that we have actually built in this country, by use of methodologies like scoring that actually evaluate people fairly objectively and ensure that we are able to reach credit to the right person at a fraction of the cost that we are probably able to do it today. Right? So automation, the A. What's the B? The B, as I'd like to state it, and perhaps a little self-servingly, is the whole concept of the bureaus. Right? Experian, for instance, is one of the 4 accredited bureaus in this country. We start in this country with a bit of an advantage. The regulator in this country has actually put together a very progressive regulation that lets a good system of about 4 competitive bureaus be available in the system that lets credit information be accessible at the point when credit decisions are getting taken. Go through the issues that happened in the retail banking system in 2007-8. The biggest issue that we had at that point in time was the fact that we ended up over-leveraging the customers when we were doing lending. Bureau kind of constructs will actually ensure a couple of things. One, they will ensure that all payment history of a person who is actually starting a credit track record will actually be captured in a formal system. So when he or she wants to access credit the next time around, another bank or another financial institution can actually come to a credit bureau and ask for this information, and this will be available. This lets the person access credit through their life, through various stages, through various requirements that they have.